have a seat. Yeah, I know this is different. Quit with the questions. Allow me a second, please, to make my first impression.
YouTube, what up? Welcome back. This may be a very unconventional tutorial. I'm doing it in an uncomfortable place, but for the sake of tutorials, I wanted to get one done for you guys. Some of you guys ask how to make logos, and since I'm making another Kane figure, a bigger version than the one Marvel Legends put out, I'm just gonna add the same logo here and here. So let's try to get at least the black one today in the front, because it'll be the same process in the back. I'm gonna save myself the time of showing you that, but if I show you this, it's pretty much showing you the same thing, because the logo, you can see, is the same in the front and in the back. So what I'm looking at when I see this logo, I pretty much see the body first, right? And in this body, I got a diamond. The lower half is a diamond, the upper half is like a U shape, almost a moon if you want to call it a crescent moon, but a U shape, a diamond body, and then another diamond for the legs. I'm sorry, a pyramid for the legs, and then another pyramid but more boxy for the second pair of legs, and then pretty much parallel legs for the bottom versus the top. That's what I see pretty much. Diamond body, U-shaped head, pyramid legs, square legs. Alright, so what I would start with is probably the body. We'll do the diamond first, then we'll work on the U-shaped head, and then we'll do the legs. Alright, this was done with testers. If you guys are interested, I'm using just the basic testers because they have discontinued the Model Masters acrylic, although this is the same exact paint, so don't worry. Guards red here is gloss red here. It's the same exact paint, but we're gonna use these two just because it's what we got available. I'm not using a lot because it's just a cap full. That's all I need. I'm gonna add a little water to that in a second. Right here, I'm just gonna add, you can see it at all, 1 drop of water. That's all. And that's to prevent any pasty paint. You know, the more paint, the more water, but usually a drop works with a certain amount. I might have even added too much water, so I can let this sit for a good minute or two. All the paint brushes, I'm only gonna use one. This is my go-to brush. I kind of modified it. I cut the bristles out. I've been using this for the last maybe 15 customs. I need a new brush. This is just a size 0. Either a liner or it's a spotter or a liner. It's one of those two. Again, I'm just gonna make a diamond. So to make a diamond, I'm just gonna make this cross really quick. You're probably like, why? I thought you were making a diamond. And then I want to kind of symmetrically make a little T, right? But there's my diamond. It's a T. It looks like an upside down cross. God forgive me, I don't mean it that way. But the reason I did that is because now all I gotta do is connect these lines to make a diamond. That's a Fantastic Four right there. Now it looks like a little kite, right? And it's not going to be symmetrical, you know. It's my diamond. Now I'm going to try to fill it in really quick before all the paint dries. And whatever's not symmetrical or even, I'll paint afterwards. I'll come back and fix. So don't worry, I know it's not going to be super perfect. I don't want a perfect diamond anyway, but for what it is, pretty fair. All right, so here's the diamond. It's not the perfect diamond. I don't want it to be perfect. I kind of want the top to be slimmer than the bottom half. So I'm gonna try to symmetrically clean it up. Here's some paint. Try not to put too much paint on your paintbrush. The thinner the paint, the better, because If it's thick, it might leave paint marks, paint streaks. You don't want that. Let it dry before you go over it again with more paint. Alright, so here, there's two ways you can do this. You can either draw each tentacle one by one and do the left one first or the right one, or you can just make the circle and then you can cut out the circle later on with more red. I know it sounds more complicated than it actually is, but what I'm going to do is just try to make a pretty decent circle, which this is coming out really bad, but make a decent circle on top of this diamond, and then when that paint dries, I can later fix it with some more red paint and cut out the U shape in the circle. But the hardest part is just getting a circle, because that's always been something I sucked at since elementary school. Now I'll grab a little bit of red paint and put it in the center of this circle and try to make that U shape with the two tentacles on each side as best as I can. And again, it won't be perfect, but just try your best to get it in the center, so that way when you rock left and right, you'll be able to kind of get an even half crescent circle up there. But it is trial and error, so don't give up if you don't get it right the first time. The objective is to paint and then clean up with the opposite. So if I'm painting black but the background is red, you want to take red and clean up. And this will happen a couple times, so especially with red takes a lot of layers. So I'll do this a few times, using the Marvel Legends logo as a reference point instead of pulling up artwork. Now for the legs, I'm going to make a reference line right here for the top of the leg. This is going to be the outer leg, and then I want to make the line right here. Try to make it diagonal but as straight as possible, so I'm trying to be sturdy. You guys know my thumb is where I had surgery a couple years ago, but that's what you got to do. Try to make the lines as straight as possible, but you will mess up, and when you do, you can always come back to getting some more red paint and cleaning up those edges until you get the line as straight as possible. And then you're going to do the same thing for the rest of the legs, starting with the next leg that's up top and then the two lower legs. My camera cut out, so I wasn't able to show you, but what I did was do the first leg that you saw, then I did the inner leg on top, then the two legs on the bottom, the same way I painted that first leg. When I blow breath on the figure, it mats it out a little bit and it lets me see it better without so much shine, and then I can kind of see some points on where I can fix. But I'll do the same exact thing to the other side. I'll start with the same leg and then continue the pattern. Again, having issues with the camera, so I took the liberty to paint a few of the legs off camera, but I'm going to paint this last one on camera for you in case you kind of forgot. So the goal is to kind of symmetrically line up the leg as good as you can, because again, it's not going to be perfect, but with any mistake you can always come back and clean it up with the red paint. Hopefully by now you guys got the concept, because that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not rocket science, it's just carefully painting. And there is a longer video. This video was cut down so much. If you want to see the longer video that's like 30 minutes, and I mean, it's pretty much uncut, you can see how long it takes to actually clean up these lines. I just cut it up here as much as possible. But if you want to see the uncut video, let's get this up to at least a couple hundred likes. I don't know how many. I don't want to be like, give me 500 likes and we'll do it. Just give me some likes, and I'm sure I'll eventually upload the 30-minute video. But that is how you make the logo. Guys, I appreciate the love. If you need help on this kind of stuff, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try to answer as fast and as much as possible. I don't make tutorials too often. I want to make it a regular. This is not the greatest tutorial. This is kind of a spur of the moment, so I apologize for how sloppy it is, but any tutorial is better than no tutorial. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one for sure.
You choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?